Dajahao, my name is Garrick, and welcome back to Taiwan, Lao Wai. So, we are at the north edge of the island, above Taiyuan City. This is a continuation of a previous video where I actually biked all the way to the north edge for like 2 hours, nearly straight through. The link to that video is in the description if you want to see the ridiculous extremes I went to get here. It was actually a very fun trip, very scenic, so I do recommend you give it a look. But now that we are actually at the north edge of Taiwan, it is time to do stuff at the north edge of Taiwan. And what we are going to do is we are going to pay a visit to Zhuwei Fishing Harbor. You may remember my visit to Yong'an Fishing Harbor a while back. That was on the west coast of Taiwan, like a couple hours to the west of me. This is going to be a very similar experience, just, up north instead. I've been here once before, but I did not explore it too thoroughly, so I'm definitely going to take this chance to see all the sights and show them all off to you. It's a beautiful day. Hello! Just passed by. So yeah, it's a beautiful day to stroll by the ocean, check out the fish market, maybe get some sashimi for lunch. We are definitely going to have ourselves a grand old time, so I will see you there. Out by the sea and it suddenly got so windy, my god! That's because Taiwan is usually so mountainy and hilly, it breaks up the breeze before it can get too far inland, but out here by the edge, my god, it is buffeting me. It's like trying to push me over, it's that strong. It's not even typhoon season, you're doing it wrong! So in case you've forgotten, I am operating on 24 hours plus with no sleep still. And I think it's finally starting to catch up to me. I can feel my eyes wanting to just like slam shut as I walk. It's always how it happens when you stay up ridiculously late. It's like you hit that zone where you're shockingly fine and awake and alert, and then it all just comes crashing in at once. Well, we shall soldier on regardless, because we are right here at the fish market, and there's bound to be fun stuff to see in there, isn't there? truly love fish markets like this. Just seeing all these local fishermen out and about with all this fresh catch, it's incredible. We got king crabs, baby. At least I think those are king crabs. There's some kind of large crab species. Well, I got sweet-talked into buying some fresh oysters, so that'll be tasty. Look at that nonsense. That's huge! I have no idea how to even approach this. Do I pick it up with my chopsticks? Do I pick the whole thing up with my shell? Let's get a little lemon juice on it first. Fun fact, this is a lemon even though it's green. Taiwanese lemons are actually green. They are not limes. It's gonna be so messy. Down the hatch. Wow. Okay, wow. I think I really am developing a taste for oysters and other mollusks because this is superb. That's great. It's just the right level of briny. It's super meaty on the inside. It's super substantial. It's not too slimy. Man, that is one of the best oyster, clam, whatever I've ever had. My gosh. Okay. That was delicious. It was also pricey. It was 300 NTD. But for a snack like that, I'd say it was well worth it. I also want to mention that everyone has been very nice here so far. The guy who sold me on the oysters spoke very good English. He was, sort of introducing me to all the different seafoods, what they were like. Obviously, not everyone here is an English speaker, but some of them are, and they are very eager to have you sample their wares. The one downside to a place like this is, of course, the smell. It's, fresh seafood, freshly caught out of the sea all over. It's gonna reek a little bit. Although, honestly, it's not nearly as bad as you might think. Like, all things considered, they keep it surprisingly well fragranced. I don't think that was the word I was looking for, but it's the word I went with, so we're going with it. Anyway, there's a second floor here as well, which I did not check out my first time, so I'm just gonna take a quick peek, see what it's all about. Of course, it's the restaurant floor. This is where you go if you want to have like a sit-down seafood snack. I don't know what the procedure here is entirely, but in my experience with seafood markets in the past, at least in Korea, the way they do it is you can order fresh seafood for them to like slice into sashimi or cook on the spot. You like order it from the vendors and then you grab a table and they bring it to you to serve when it's ready. Obviously, no idea if that's how it works in Taiwan, so do not take my word as gospel. I need to do more research on that. But yeah, this is the restaurant floor. If you want to eat a fresh seafood lunch, not just a snack, this is where you want to be. The one downside of not really living in convenient distance of any fish market is that you can't really buy anything to take home. Because, maybe you buy it fresh from here, but then it takes an hour or two to get back to my apartment, and by that point it will probably be nowhere near as nice. Of course, they still have my local day market, so it's not like I have no seafood availability whatsoever. But the variety in places like Zhuwei and Yong'an is definitely a step above. Like, did you see those gigantic shrimp in there? My God, I didn't know shrimp could get that big. I'm still sort of reeling from that. Also, welcome to the sort of food stall fried food section of the market. remember who did this in Yong'an, you can select your own fried seafood platter and they warm it up for you on the spot. Don't think I'm quite in the mood for that. I'm honestly not sure what I'm in the mood for today. There are actually a bunch of restaurants in this little inlet that are not connected to the fish market. I might see if any of those are open and try and grab a bite. As you can tell, this place is not as extensive as Yong'an Harbor. There's less variety, there's fewer stalls, and the surrounding area isn't as plentiful with sightseeing landmarks. Like, there's a little bluff behind me you can see, like a little walking bluff on the edge of the water, but that's pretty much it. But on the bright side, it does have this giant-ass fish. Oh my god, look at this guy. Look at him go! There is a beach pretty nearby, just like there was at Yong'an. And also like Yong'an, it's not really a swimming beach, it's more of like a wading beach, a walks on the sand beach. If I had planned this better, I might have planned for a beach day too, considering how nice it is out. But perhaps that is best left for a day where I'm not, once again, operating on 24 plus hours of no sleep. Do not want to risk any riptides in that condition, you know what I mean? Alright, cards on the table. I'm actually not that hungry right now. I have been eating a lot lately, so it's probably for the best I don't stuff myself. So we got one more snack to tide us over. I think this is some kind of sweet potato fritter, judging from the looks of it. I know it's a bit of a sin not getting more seafood from the seafood place, but hey, that oyster was enough seafood for like 10 seafoods. I'm not even kidding, it was like so meaty, it was like a full meal all on its own, so all I need right now is a snack. No time like the present, let's get this underway. Watch that. This is seafood. I don't know what kind of seafood, but it's seafood. You know what it is? I think it's like little crab legs battered and deep fried together, like little soft shell crab legs. I may be mistaken, but I have had like deep fried crab legs from fishing harbors before, and it's that same kind of texture, it's that same kind of taste. Whatever it is, I like it. Pop a squat in the park real quick so I can eat my snack. It's still quite windy. I keep on having to like take my jacket on and off because it gets super windy, it gets cold, I put it on, but then the sun comes out, it's hot, I have to take it off, so the weather is just messing with me at this point. Thankfully there's no chance of rain, so we dodged that bullet, which I am very grateful for. So isn't this a lovely little park? They got all these nice little light statues and sculptures, and I'm definitely gonna have to take a look inside that thing. Maybe it's not as scenic as Yong'an Harbor, but there's definitely a lot of interesting tidbits if you know where to look. Alright, I'm suddenly thinking that this actually is sweet potato again and not crab's legs. Something about the way it looks inside, it looks more vegetal than seafood-all, if that makes sense. Whatever it was, hey, for 35 NTD, not too shabby, yeah? Well, I'm gonna call this morning an unqualified success. We got a super massive bike ride in, we got some super tasty fresh seafood, we got some nice buffeting ocean air, and all in the most pleasant weather we've had up here for a couple weeks. I feel strangely rejuvenated for as tired as I am. Like, it's a feeling where I just know I'm gonna get home and I'm going to have the greatest power nap in the world. Now, just to show you I'm not completely crazy, I am not going to bike my way back to my apartment as well. I'm taking the bus like a normal, civilized person. This is not a two-way trip if you're riding a bicycle. This is a one-way expedition. If you have the stamina or the courage or the insanity to make that whole 2-hour trip both ways, then I salute you, and also, please get help. I'm sure there's a better way. So I'm gonna grab the bus, I'm going to head back to my apartment, I'm going to celebrate this very productive morning, and then I'm probably gonna poop away the rest of the day, because I think I deserve it at this point. This was incredibly fun to do. I'm so happy I got up here again. I think it was even better this time around. And if you're ever in the area, please do visit Zhuwei Fishing Harbor. It is a wonderful place for great seafood, and it will serve you just fine. With all that said, thank you once again for joining me at Taiwan Lao Wai. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, smash the bell, share with your friends, all that good stuff. Cross your fingers for my phone that it doesn't run out of battery before I get home. And as always, I will see you next time. 再见. Bye bye.